Okay. And to you, Betty. And to Grandma, you're a great-grandchild.
Yay!
Okay, let's to Betty for organizing.
Yes.
Betty and Uncle Benny. Who I yell at. Uncle Benny. Okay, and then lastly to Mopp Mopp. Cheers to you.
And our photographer.
They're all mine. All mine.
One time we went swimming in my grandma's backyard pool. My grandma, she came outside to watch me and my sister and I swim. And when we were swimming, she decided to sit on a chair like to watch us. And then she sat down, and then the chair, it broke, and she sunk in like that, and she couldn't get out, and then everybody was laughing. It was a funny moment.
And was she hurt though?
No, she wasn't hurt. She was laughing as well.
There's one that's kind of funny. My parents went out to a function one night, and she was babysitting Mark and I had a homework assignment due the next day, a writing assignment. I had no idea what to write, and she's like, you better finish it before we get back, you're gonna be in trouble. Well, she really helped me. I ended up writing 3 pages of an essay, and I got 100 on it.
One of my favorite stories came from when I was in high school, and I remember she's tough as nails. She had actually shattered her kneecap that year, and about 2 weeks before Oscar and his family were coming down for their yearly beach visit. And the doctor said, we need to put you in surgery next week to get that knee taken care of. And she said, nope, it can wait another month. My son's coming down to the beach, and I want to go out to the beach, and I don't want to be all drugged up from surgery. So Mopp Mopp went out to the beach with a shattered kneecap and with her knee in a brace, and went and hung out on the beach with her whole family because that was more important to her than getting the surgery that week. So that was, she's tough as nails. So I mean, it's kind of serious, but it was just really funny, and was definitely a testament to the kind of woman and grandmother that she is.
She used to come see us every summer and bring tons of workbooks for Cam and I, and she would stay with us.
Teacher.
Yeah, always. And so she would send us back to school very prepared, but she would bring us pages and pages, and Cam and I would sit there for hours, and she would lay on the floor with us and go through every page, and we loved it. And I didn't know that it was possible that kids would actually enjoy going through math problems and reading problems and all that kind of stuff, but Mopp Mopp taught us how to do that.
Every summer when I was younger, I would go to her house for 1 week and visit her, and that was just my favorite part of the summer. I had so much fun. I got to see Lauren and Nico, and we would go to South Padre Island, and it was a time to spend, I guess, just quality time with Mopp Mopp alone, and I loved that.
And what would she do for you that made it so special?
Well, she made soup for me, which was delicious, and we would watch TV together. She'd watch me when I swam. I had a lot of fun.
My mom was the best grandmother in the world.
Why?
Because I love her.
She, is the leader of the family, and she holds everyone together, and she has always made my mother and I feel welcome and loved since we joined the Oliveira family. And it's just always been, that first memory being there for Christmas has always been, it's the same feeling every year, so it's always nice to go home.
She's a really loving and caring person, and she's really hardworking too. And she's willing to do anything for the people that she loves. And I think that's a really remarkable quality.
Second pet I ever had was a hamster we had named Raffi, after the children's singer. And Raffi had a habit, I found out later, of running around the house at night. He'd flip open the top of his cage and run around, and we never knew about it until one day I got a knock on my door, and I kind of groggy went up, and Mopp Mopp was there holding Raffi in her hands, and none of us knew about his nightly escapades. And Mopp Mopp had woken up and found him, and probably anybody else would have thought it was a rat and picked up a shoe, and that would have been the end of Raffi. But Mopp Mopp, caringly picked him up, taken him right back, and just kind of made sure everything was in place. And I remember that really well because that's just kind of how she always is. She's a strong presence, and there's a lot of different kinds of strong presences I think that people can have. And hers is very subtle. She brings everyone together. She's always there in the background. She's always talking to people, checking on people. And, it's been, 26 years old, 26 years pretty much living with Mopp Mopp. And her presence is just constantly there in your life, whether she's You know, whether I'm away in Washington or back here, I just always feel as like she's watching over my shoulder in a good way.
Good memories were when I slept over at her house, and the next day she would take me to Dollar Tree and she would let me buy 3 things: a drink, chips, and a little toy.
Well, one of my memories was when I slept over at her house, and I stayed up really late with Lauren just drawing because she took us to the dollar store to get these coloring books. The next morning, I woke up at like 3 a.m. and because I heard the TV, so I thought they were already up. So I got up and I went to the chair, no one was there. I just kept on sitting there waiting. And so
It was still nighttime?
yes, it was still nighttime, and Mopp Mopp got up, and she looked in the bedroom where me and Lauren were sleeping, and she didn't see me, and she was just looking around, and I was just sitting on the couch, and I just waved her, and she's like, "Sophia, you're up already? It's 3 a.m. And I was like, "Oh, sorry." I was just excited to get up and do a bunch of fun things with her.
My favorite memories of Mopp Mopp come probably from Christmas time and going to visit in the valley and see the whole family, and of course the Christmas Eve parties and getting to spend that time with her and with the whole family and having everyone there.
My grandma is loving, very caring, and it's pretty much every nice thing you can say. Cause like, she is amazing.
She means the world to me. I mean, without her, I wouldn't have my dad here, and it's such a big, beautiful family. I love going to her house on Christmas. I love meeting up for Thanksgiving, seeing everybody.
Mopp is the head of the Oliveira family. She means so much to me. She's been a wonderful grandma, and I love her so much.
You see her and she's just such a strong woman and she's so supportive, and whenever you talk to her, you just feel the love and the support and really the strength behind everything she says that's evident of having raised that whole family pretty much on her own after a certain point.
It's always nice to go to her Christmas parties. It's really fun to just get to see everyone, and I love the food there and just having a good time with everyone.
Is she a good cook?
She's a great cook.
What do you like about her cooking?
It's just so tasty and great. All of her food is so good.
She is really the foundation of the Oliveira family, and she's just such a strong person and so smart and such a good leader and such a rock to all of us. So.
She's our rock. She's our foundation. I come back to Brownsville, you know, it's at Mopp Mopp's house. It's with her shrimp dip and tortilla chips and everything that we gather around. She's always a person that the first person I talk to whenever I come back after my parents. Yeah, none of us would be here without her.
It means so much to know that you have a grandmother who's always there, who's going to love you. It's, aside from my mom's mom, she's the only other grandmother that I've been close to, that I've had close to home, that I get to celebrate the holidays with and be with for every Christmas and Thanksgiving.
She helps me with my homework, and also I would help her water plants and put out bird seeds for the bird feeders.
I mean, it's amazing for her to be able to, you know, raise all the children and be, you know, provider and be the woman that she is. It's quite a testament to her.
It was a very hard job and she accomplished it.
Yes, she's an awesome grandmother. I love her so much, and she means so much to me. I don't know what I would do without her. She's awesome.
Merry Christmas, Mopp Mopp. I love you. Good.
How does it feel, Tia, to have your first great-grandchild?
Oh, well, I didn't think I would ever.
Why?
So it feels good. Yeah. It's fine.
He's looking at the blinking light.